Thank you. I'm going to be reading two pieces. Neither one of them has a title, but pretty distinct. Expression and suppression are siblings of the same source. When one realizes that one is all the characters in a dream drama, one realizes the golden rule is karma. Though it hasn't been copywritten, it is still alive and afoot as the flutter of a hummingbird as it suspends itself between sweetness and beauty. One sees the military general with an anarchist son, the hippie mother with a stockbroker daughter, the twins who are as different as ballet and punk rock. On the other side of our unique identities is the gravitational pull of our relationships. What we perceive as choice is as often a reactionary impulse as it is the reflection of the soul. The ways in which we compensate to distinguish ourselves translate into the physical body. Are our shoulders tense from hiding in broad daylight, or are our feet tired from dancing to the beat of other dancers? Are our knees weak from carrying the weight of the world, or is our throat constricted from having to constantly charm the snake? Are our internal organs tense from their readiness to fight or flight? Are our stomachs filled with a corporation's damaged work ethic? Is the activism in our blood poisoned by anger? Is our breath full and deep, or shallow and neurotic? Is our heart beating in tune with our oneness, or is it entrenched in guerrilla warfare? Though expression can be spontaneous, it is not random, and though suppression can have a physical cause, it is often emotional in nature. Is this where art and social justice meet? In the historical fiction of played parts, inherited roles, and lawful marriages? Is this an intention of trust, a commitment to love, or a contract of doubt and possession? Do we lift each other up or drag each other down in the name of who we think we are? Is this the fear of chaos masked as order, or true peace in acceptance of all? Time is where the living and the dead come together. It is not as we think. It is not a straight line that hungers forward, leaving lovers to their fate at train stations where partings are bittersweet, or the aged to their aging where the dirge is weak as a medicinal draught in the habitual mass, or the ambitious to the pursuit of victory in the sport doomed to its own vain recollection. Instead, time is where the living and the dead come together. Phenomenal as the mother tongue, the human being is made human by her penchant for history. Hindsight is a gift either taken for granted or merged with guilt to reach an understanding of the way things come to be represented. Representation is like the power of the powerless, which manifests as the blind fear of love, or the meditation on one's ancestors, which brings mythology to root in the nervous system and the tribe to be guided by the configuration of stars. Time is where the living and the dead come together. Its axis is rotation and its rhythm is vibration. This brings me to my next question. What does it mean to be modern, or as some sources say, postmodern? If the teacher teaches, according to the student, that choice and creation go hand in hand, is the more choice we have, the less choice we have? If extremes are where opposites imitate each other, how do we tell where one begins and the other ends? If all in the universe is guided by law, is ignorance of the middle path a lack of knowledge or an immaturity of growth? If cancer cells replicate without heed to the consequences, ethics are the personality of the microscopic, and the big picture is an expression of one feedback loop, is the moral of a depressed civilization the need for reform? If reform is self-realization, is respect for the earth we share, Will we come together in a ritual of fire, healing, and affirmation, or will it always already be too late?